The slow progress of Ukraine's counteroffensive has led to criticism of the training provided by Western militaries. Some Ukrainian soldiers said the training did not reflect the type of conflict they faced against Russian forces. This has raised doubts about whether Western militaries are training themselves for the right kinds of operations. The slow progress of Ukraine's counteroffensive, which launched in early June, has led to criticism that Ukrainian troops are not properly applying the training they received from Western militaries. But what if the problem is not the Ukrainians, but Western tactics? Ukraine's troubles may be a sign of what could happen if NATO armies are forced to fight without adequate air support and logistics. Ukraine's counterattack was never going to be easy. Russian forces spent months improving their defenses, using the long-standing, still effective Soviet-era approach to fortifications and adopting new tactics such as larger, denser minefields. The idea that Ukrainian troops could emulate Western-style tactics after a few weeks of training and jettison decades of rigid, top-down Soviet-style command and control was always a stretch. Learning a new method warfare is difficult enough in peacetime, let alone when you're in the middle of an assault against some of the toughest fortifications on Earth. A British Royal Marine leads training for Ukrainian Army recruits at a base in southern England. June 20. Henry NICHOLLSAFP via Ukrainian soldiers trained in UK told the UK BASED media outlet openDemocracy that Western education, while not bad for teaching basic military skills, did not seem well suited for war in Ukraine. In particular, his instructions did not include how to deal with obstacles such as trenches, minefields, barbed wire, anti-tank ditches and dragon's teeth. While Ukraine made progress in penetrating the first and deadliest of Russia's 3 fortified lines, these defenses slowed vance and caused heavy casualties. In the early days of the counteroffensive, Ukrainian assault units operated NATO-style armored units equipped with German-made Leopard 2 tanks, and US-made Bradley armored troop carriers had to quickly overcome Russian defenses and penetrate rear areas. Instead, they were pinned down in minefields and shot down by Russian artillery and attack helicopters. Ukraine eventually discarded these Western tactics and adopted a playbook from the Western Front, circa 1917. In bite-then-hold attacks, small units of foot soldiers methodically advanced to capture few dozen or a few hundred meters at time, while artillery pounded the trenches, keeping Russia's head down and depriving Russian reserves and supplies. Some argue Ukraine is not equipped to properly apply Western doctrine, but that Western militaries would likely have difficulty applying doctrine under the circumstances. Ukrainian soldiers prepare to clear the barrel of a Leopard 1A5 tank at a training range in Germany on August 17. Klaus-Dietmar Gabb,